Hello everyone and welcome to another episode here on the MIgardener channel. In this episode we're going to be talking about fall gardening, which I'm really excited about because it's probably, around this time it's probably one of the most commonly requested video topics. And I've done videos on it in the past, but I decided to do a video on it, kind of bring it up to speed. It's going to have pretty much the same information as the other one, only the video quality will be a little bit better. And I am really excited about it because this video actually has a sponsor, so let's talk about them first. This video is being sponsored, in fact, by Kirk over at the So Perfect Cedar. Now, for those of you that have not been following along this channel for a while, we promoted this product maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, and when I saw it, I knew that I had to have it. I absolutely loved it, and it's been my favorite product for direct sowing seed ever since I found it. It's just a phenomenal product. And so Kirk actually had so much business. He's a small business owner based out of Chicago, Illinois, and he makes these, or he designed them and then has them manufactured there. And the amazing thing is that Kirk has so much business. He wrote us an email and said, "Hey, Luke, I want to pay it forward. I want to sponsor an episode. I want to keep your content around." And so I'm just blown away by the outpouring of love that you guys shown him. But for anyone new that has not yet checked out this tool, you can check it out at soperfectcedar.com, and we'll talk more about it. I'm really stoked about it. So thank you, Kirk, for sponsoring this video. So when it comes to fall gardening, I think a lot of times people are deterred from fall gardening because maybe the plants that they have been told grow well in a fall garden aren't plants that they really enjoy growing. Or maybe they really feel as if it's confusing because instead of the season warming up, it's cooling down. So, how do you plan for that? And when do you plan for that? And so I think people often get a little bit overwhelmed by it. And oftentimes I also think people are just confused in general with fall gardening because it's not a very commonly talked about topic, and I get all of that. But what I have to say is that there should be 0 reasons why you're not fall gardening. If you're not fall gardening yet, you are missing out on one of the best growing seasons of the entire, of all the growing seasons available to us. What I'm about to tell you is been tried and true, and it in fact is very reliable information. So don't think I'm crazy when I say that anything you love to grow can be put in a fall garden. And this blows in the face of everything that I've ever heard about fall gardening, which is, you got to grow your cold weather crops. You got to grow your kale, your lettuce, your spinach, your broccoli, your radishes, things that love cold weather. It's just not true, folks. It's just not true. A fall garden can have any plant that you love to grow in it in the fall. And really, that's what a fall garden is, gardening in the fall. There's no specific plants that really that do better in fall gardens than any other time of the year. And the reason is because the days to maturity. Days to maturity are the amount of days since the plant sprouts and becomes a seedling till it is a fully mature plant. So those days to maturity don't change. Whether you're growing them indoors, whether you're growing them in containers, whether you're growing them outdoors, the days to maturity does not matter. They'll be consistent. And so what I like to pull from is people that have been implementing this for a long time, this theory that it does not matter what you're growing. And those people are the Amish. We have an Amish community maybe about an hour and a half away from here, maybe 2 hours-ish, but about an hour and a half away. And we went and visited them all the time as a kid. And one of the things that I noticed being in love with gardening and just picking up information wherever I could, I noticed that they were masters at succession planning. And succession planning for the whole season, not just getting incremental harvests all season long, but they actually planned by the season. So they would plant, for instance, tomatoes is a great example. People say, how could you possibly have a fall garden with tomatoes in it? That's baloney. Well, tell that to the Amish. It's certainly not baloney to them because that's their livelihood. And so what they would do is they would plant their first initial harvest of tomatoes. They'd plant their first initial crop of tomatoes in early spring in their greenhouse. Get the seedlings up get them as early of a start as humanly possible for an early harvest. And then what they would do is right around mid-May to late May, they would take the seedlings for the next growing season and put them out. So they've already been starting for maybe about 2 to 3 weeks prior to that, mid-May to late May, and they were already starting seedlings. They got those seedlings in the ground by late May, so that means that the plant is fully mature and fruiting sometime in the fall. But the secret and the nice thing is the fact that the tomatoes that they were growing earlier, those have already produced, they're already getting weak, and they've already kind of played themselves out, and they're the ones that are then being replaced. Well, new tomatoes are now filling their space. The next thing as well is peppers. Prime example. Everyone always says peppers are a hot weather crop. I grow peppers up until the very first frost. I've grown peppers sometimes all season long. Why not have them in a fall garden? You can succession plant your peppers just like you do with the tomatoes. And as long as you allow for that, allow for that time, the days to maturity, you're fine. On the back of every seed packet, you're going to see the days to maturity and the days to germination. You need to add both of those up. And if both of those, when added up, results in fewer days than you have till your first official frost date, you're fine. I'm not crazy when I say this. This is why they put the information on the seed packet, so that gardeners anywhere can see their specific location and make sure that it's a smart decision for them to plant. And so I want you guys to take that information. I want you to take that information because that is the only thing that matters. Repeat after me in the comment section. I would love to hear people say this because I just got to get it through everyone's head, because I know someone's going to comment tomorrow and say, is it okay if I plant lettuce right now for a fall garden? Folks, you have to put it on yourself. I can't tell you if it's okay to plant it or not. I don't know where you're living. I don't know your exact temperatures. I don't know anything about your growing conditions unless, of course, you're living here. And last time I checked, I didn't have anyone renting my house out, so it's just Mrs. MIgardener and I. Meaning, anywhere else, you have to look up yourself, your growing conditions. And how you can do that is go on Google and type in first average frost date of our nearest large town is Detroit, Michigan. So we would look up average first frost date for Detroit, Michigan. And that's a really reliable way. Or if you have an agricultural extension, you can contact them and say, hey, what's my first official frost date on average? It's going to be an average, so it's not going to be very reliable in terms of the exact date, but it'll be very, very reliable in terms of at least gauging if it's smart to plant a certain crop or not, and if you have enough days to maturity. And that's how you know. If they say your first official frost date, well, ours is right around October 20th, you can take today's date and then look at how many days there is until October 20th, and there you go. That's how you can tell if it's a smart crop to grow or not. If you don't have enough days, don't grow it. If you have enough days still, grow it. With that out of the way, we're going to be planting up. I already got the beets planted, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to bring them along and talk about this because it jogged my memory. So I already got the bull's blood beets planted. We're going to be planting cilantro, and we're going to be planting carrots behind me. So we're going to get those planted up using the So Perfect seeder. Come on in close. Let's go get this done. So one of the really cool things about the So Perfect seeder is that these paddles are interchangeable. It has a seed storage bay, and then it has these paddles here. Each paddle has 4 selections. I absolutely love this. This is a totally genius design, because depending on which seed you're planting, you need a different hole or different spacing. And so that'll dictate which paddle you use. And to save space, he's made it double-sided. Also, to make it easier on us gardeners that take really good notes, we'll note different numbers and number and letter combinations, because each paddle and each hole option has a number and a letter coordinating to it. So for instance, I'm going to be planting cilantro. Cilantro in my notes, I want to use 1C. 1C means 1 seed per hole will fit in 1C. And that is a very good way to, you learn over time the different paddles to use with the different varieties to use and things like that. So this is a really easy way to plant your seeds out. And we're gonna I'm gonna show you how simple it is to use the So Perfect seeder, because I'm telling you, folks, this is not you know, gimmicky at all. This thing is just foolproof, and it really works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our seeds, and you'll notice each paddle has a ridge here, and the So Perfect seeder has a ridge around the edge. That creates a seal in here. We're gonna take our seed, and with the paddle in place, we're simply gonna shake it, shake the seed down, shake the seed all around, and then tip it, give it a little tap, and look at this, folks. This is absolutely incredible. There's one seed per hole, 2 seeds there, 1 seed there, 1 seed there, and 1 seed there. 1 seed per hole at a perfect 2-inch spacing. This is exactly how you grow carrots, and this takes the guesswork out of spacing. I'm telling you what, there's no way in a million years I'd ever get a perfect seed spacing and seed density with my fingers. I'm just not that accurate, and my fingers are a little too fat. So I'm telling you, folks, this has saved my life. It has saved so much time, and all you do is take it over here to your furrow, take it, tap it once, your seeds have been planted. I'm gonna finish up the rest real quick, but I wanna show you just how easy this is. I'll finish up the rest off camera and we'll close, but I wanna show you just how easy it is to put the seed back. So this seed bay here has a furrow in it, a little trench, that when you're done, you simply take all the seed, put it into that little center trench there, take your seed packet. Absolutely genius. You're actually using less seed, you're saving money, and this thing will pay for itself guaranteed. Absolutely all day, this thing will pay for itself in time and seed. All right, so I'm gonna plant up a quick row of cilantro here, and I wanted to show you how easy it is to plant the cilantro. So I've got the 1C paddle, 1C, and we're gonna shake it, let it fall. Got a little bit too much seed in this tray here. But look at this. Look at that, folks. Look at that. That is 1 seed exactly. There's no room for another seed, so any other seeds will have fallen out. 1 seed per hole. 1 seed per hole. Bring it over here. I already gotten my cilantro started. That's why I started a little bit. That's why I started a little bit further up the bed there. Give it a tip and a shake. 1 seed per hole. Again, the consistency is amazing. We'll go back to where I dropped my last seed, tip it in. 1 more. Tip, 1 seed per hole, and done. And then when we're done with the seed, we simply tip it into the center there, open up our seed packet, and dump the seed in. So it is really that simple to plan and plant a fall garden. I just love when gardening can be simplified like that. And if you have any questions still that have not yet been answered, post them in the comments box below. A big thank you, huge thank you to Kirk from So Perfect Seeder for sponsoring this episode. It's because of sponsors like Kirk that keep this content around for free for everyone to watch. But also, we don't just let anyone sponsor our videos. They have to be products and services that we absolutely use and love and agree with our mission here, which is to make gardening easier, more fun, and more accessible for people. And I cannot thank Kirk enough for creating this amazing product. So links to this will be in the description box below. You can also check it out at sowperfectseeder.com, S-O-W, perfectseeder.com. You can check it out there. It is a super steal of a deal. And like I said, it'll pay for itself easily in the first year of gardening. So hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new and get out there and grow a fall garden. Catch you later. See ya.